Hi, my name is Diane Delaval, and I'm a professor in the online master's program in nutrition here at King's. And I'm here with Emily, and today we're going to talk about some healthier options that you can prepare in your apartment or dorm room to have a healthier Holy Cross experience. So Emily, today we're going to prepare an easy breakfast. So can you tell me what you had in your dorm or apartment to prepare any types of foods?
I had a toaster oven, so
Okay.
I made toast a lot. I would make waffles sometimes, and cereal was a go-to for me.
Okay.
So very basic things.
Okay, awesome. Well, I have a bowl, a measuring cup that can be put in the microwave, and a tablespoon. Is that
All
pretty much
things
what-
I had, yes.
That's awesome. So the first thing we're gonna make is almost like an overnight oats, but we're gonna use a different grain called kasha. And it's basically like it's buckwheat. I like it because it's very filling and it has a lot of fiber.
Okay.
So if you would start by putting 2 tablespoons of the kashi in this white bowl here. And this can be used for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You can make it sweet, you can make it savory. We're gonna do it sweet for breakfast. And then here we just have 2/3 of a cup of water, and that's it. It's just kind of like making oatmeal. So we're just gonna pop this in the microwave for about 5 minutes. So while that's in the microwave cooking for 5 minutes, I actually have one that I prepared for you. And I topped it with a couple of tablespoons of raisins, and raisins are a fruit, right? So that counts as one of your fruit options. To top it with even more protein or other things that you like, do you like peanut butter?
Peanut butter's not bad.
So
Do a
you
little
could top
peanut
it
butter.
with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter if you want. And another thing that we can top it with is yogurt, and that adds a nice creaminess as well.
Okay.
This adds about 2 to 3 grams of protein as well. And then all you have to do is stir it up. So here's a clean tablespoon. So stir it up to how you like it stirred. All right, so now it's ready to try. It can be eaten hot, cold, room temperature.
Okay, I can taste the sweetness.
And
I've
of
tried oatmeal before. It's definitely not like oatmeal, but it's similar.
Has a different like nutty texture. And if you wanted it to be sweeter, you could add a little honey. Or if you wanted it savory, like I mentioned before, I actually like it with cheddar cheese and salsa, a little bit of black beans and things like that.
Okay.
So this is one of those grains. I like savory oatmeal as well, but this is one of those grains that really, it doesn't taste like anything, but it can take on whatever you put in it.
Okay.
So this is our breakfast kashi, kind of a very quick overnight oats type dish for breakfast. So now we're going to talk about a really easy lunch, and when I show you what we're going to do and you taste it, people will not believe that this came out of the package. So first off, we kind of prepared the base. So what I did was boil 2 cups of water, and in that water I did put a little sprinkle of dried shiitake mushrooms, and in the water after it was boiled and the mushrooms were softened, I added a package of a ramen. The college students I know love ramen, so
Me
this
too.
doesn't look like the cup of noodles, but
No.
it could be. But this is a little bit of a healthier brand, so there's a lot of brands of ramen that you could use.
Now, what would you suggest, since I know some dorm rooms don't like have stoves or anything, how would you boil the water that way then? And cook it?
Water can easily be boiled in the microwave,
Okay.
or if you're allowed to have kettles, water could be boiled in the kettle, and then
Okay,
you
yeah.
could basically just put a plate over your bowl to steep the noodles in that way. That's
Okay,
a great
cool.
question. So we're starting with our base here. So these are the jade noodles and our shiitake mushrooms. So what you can do is now choose what you want to add to your noodles. So we have some choices. You can add garlic, ginger. We have some roasted seaweed snacks. And if you want to add protein to this, so it's not vegetarian, you can add some tuna. So go to it.
Okay. I think I'm definitely going to go for the seaweed.
So seaweed is a really good source of iodine and other minerals, of course, from the sea, but it counts as a vegetable as well. So the rice wine vinegar, I usually add about a tablespoon of that to mine. And this just kind of really perks it up and just makes it taste homemade, to be honest. And then the same thing goes for the soy sauce. I know the big problem with ramen packets is the amount of sodium in them, but this particular ramen has a lower sodium content, and this is actually light soy sauce. So a little bit of soy sauce definitely goes a long way. So a lot of these seasonings, like you're doing here, come in tubes, and that's a really shelf-stable way to keep your favorite seasonings in your dorm room. So tubes, toothpaste looking tubes of ginger, garlic, even tomato paste, basil, and things like that. And what I love about these tuna things too is, again, they don't need refrigeration. They're packaged. You can keep them in your drawer. And then you just use your chopsticks to kind of stir your ginger and everything around. But even with the regular ramen that kids buy in like those big boxes, adding frozen vegetables to the ramen, omitting the packet of seasoning and doing your own seasoning with just these few items really decreases the sodium content and boosts the nutrient value of those packets of soup. All right, for our last easy, healthy, dorm and apartment friendly recipe, we're going to do an Italian style egg pasta based dish.
Ooh.
Okay. So the reason that I like egg noodles is because they're much higher in protein than your regular pastas.
Okay.
So my other secret recipe for this is V8 or any kind of vegetable juice. They have generic brands. So I cooked a little batch of egg noodles. So this is a serving of egg noodles, just cooked in salted water. And we're just gonna pour about half a can of V8. And then, about half a palm of Italian seasoning. So this has your basil, your oregano, your rosemary. And I like these mix of seasonings because then you don't have to buy 27 different seasonings, right? And then we will just mix that up. And to keep this lacto-ovo vegetarian friendly, I'm just gonna crack an egg on top.
Alrighty.
All right?
All right.
But if you wanted to add meat, you could add leftover chicken, you could add the leftover tuna from the recipe that we made with the ramen. You could do anything you wanted. The spicy tuna would be great in this. So I'm gonna crack an egg right in a well that I'm creating in the center, all right? And we're gonna put it in the microwave.
Okay. How long do you put it in the microwave?
We are gonna put it in for about a minute and a half.
Okay, very short.
And microwaves, depending on the strength of your microwave. But that's it. So this is gonna be basically a baked egg pasta dish in the microwave.
Okay.
All right, so that took about 3 minutes in this microwave. This egg is about, I would say, medium cooked, so it's a little bit soft inside if you like it that way. If you wanted it full cooked, you could cook it a little bit longer. And here we have it, 3 recipes that you can make in your dorm or apartment using the ingredients we used, or you can alter them for your own taste. Thanks so much, Emily.
Hey, no problem. I had a lot of fun. Learned something new too.